Okay.
Okay, so now we're live, Marcus. We're
All
about to play another edition of Guess That Thumbnail.
It's worst theme song ever, by the way.
It sounded like a really bad version of Mario Kart.
Imagine a bad version of Mario Kart.
So, it's obviously an NXT and AEW half and half thumbnail.
It's a collabo mashup.
So, what do you think is on it?
Okay, so for AEW, I have an idea, and I don't even think it's obvious because I had to think like a Manny, and like a Manny, you got to think of I got to get these views up. So I'm sure it's Ty Conti in her ass in some form or fashion versus Shida.
Yeah, that part's correct, but Shida's more got her ass out than Ty Conti. Which is mostly
Really?
covered up by the AEW logo, to be honest.
Oh wow, you really covered Shida up. Okay. For NXT, I'm going with Cool Kyle O'Reilly. Because
You'd be wrong.
I figure you would disappoint me and not put the damn dog in there. You wouldn't put the damn dog.
Go look at the thumbnail now.
It's the dog! It's the dog!
With Triple H pointing at the dog.
Yes! Yes, that dog is the next champion. You know, if he would have seen Stephanie in this picture, I'm sure she would divorce him right away. Like it feels like he's having an affair. He started a new family. Look at this.
Yeah, he looks so happy. He looks so happy.
This is the happiest I've ever seen him in one of these pictures. The other time, it just seems like he's just doing it. This looks like he started a new family with Frankie and Prince Priestley the dog.
Okay, so on the other editions of the thumbnail, the image on the right for AEW does not change whatsoever.
Oh, okay. Oh, see, I had an idea. I knew Cool Kyle would make it.
But then I've got Cool Kyle reacting to the right side of the thumbnail.
That should have been it. That's the one. That's the one. I love it. That's the one. Even though the dog made it, and I appreciate it, that was 100% accurate. They're both great thumbnails, but this was the reaction. What?
This is what I expect people to do when they see my thumbnails. I gotta click that. there are boobies on that page.
There's boobies. And then there's a Filipino and a black guy talking. Unsubscribe. I'm here for the images, damn it, not the people.
There's a black guy and I don't know what he is.
It's a guy doing a fake British accent.
We'll get onto that a little bit later.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Check out Marcus here, man. He should.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, Lord Manny Hayes, and I'm once again joined by
Marcus the Grand! Thrusting, but no one can see because you can't see my lower body. Finale.
So, also in the pre-show, I did promise you the greatest and Omos-sized image of how great it is.
Yes. And I said, Manny, I've used this game on women before. It does not go well when I send them my dick pic. It does not go over well. It is terrible. It is absolutely wrong.
Well, now that we've lost Billy Kay as the unofficial spokesperson of the Untitled Manny and Marcus show, the other favorite person of ours is the Bivs.
Yes. Yes, the Bivs. When, why, and where, and who?
There is no explanation as to why he's dressed as Bret the Hitman Hart and why he's with Shayna Baszler at that point.
And I've never seen Shayna look more miserable. And she teams with Nia Jax on a weekly basis and takes pinfalls. I'm assuming maybe Southpaw Wrestling's coming back.
I would hope Southpaw Wrestling's coming back. If not, I believe this is when they all dress up for Halloween when they do the road shows. But this photo looks so old, like it was taken with an actual proper like wind up camera.
This literally looks like the 70s. It looks like the 70s, and his outfit looks dated for then. Like you can tell he's just like this looks like something like Shayna Baszler is this old. Like we got a rare photo of Shayna Baszler who looks like she's balding in the middle of this. Like just wow. I told
you it was monumental.
Yes. He's the greatest wrestler to not be on TV every single week.
So we've got David Sanchez tuning in live from my shitty 9 to 5.
Nothing better than that image right there, too, of Silas Young, I believe. Just looking bitter and angry about being at his 9 to 5. Well, welcome to the show.
So, I also have a bit of news, Marcus.
Oh, breaking news.
It's also an allegedly. According to TalkSport's Alex McCarthy, Charlotte Flair's suspension storyline is the result of the Queen taking time off to get some minor dental surgery done, and she will not miss a long period of time.
Jesus, Charlotte. Come on, Charlotte. Another surgery? Well, maybe this is necessary. Because I feel like she goes in for surgery every 2 weeks. And she may have a problem. Jesus Christ.
So you ready to get into the show, Marcus?
Yeah. But, since we are talking about people going to get surgery or hospitalized and stuff, EC3, well wishes, sir. Hope you
What's
get
happened to
better.
EC3?
He's been hospitalized.
How? Is it gimmicked or is it real?
I think it's legit. I didn't look up the details. Yeah. I think he's been there a few days.
Okay, so we're kicking off with NXT.
And Manny, he's dead. And it's like, no! Breaking news.
So, it was interesting to see the new opening sequence to NXT. I believe that didn't happen last week.
Hold on, Manny. Bravo for getting the date right, kinda, I think.
It is right. I double checked. It took me longer to make this graphic than normal. I'm like,
Okay. Oh, we're starting with NXT. I thought,
because it happened first.
It never mattered to me at all.
We don't time travel anymore, Marcus.
Oh, no AE dubs. I always thought AE dubs was the hottest show. It's always what the kids are talking about on the street. You get your AEW, your meal, and then you get your ice cream with NXT or something.
So it's interesting the amount of times Walter is featured in this new opening. Does that mean we're getting more Walter?
No, that just means he was just completely great and everybody loves him. No, I don't believe it. I believe it when I see Walter say, "I'm moving the family and we're moving to Florida." So although, even if he came to America, I would still say he'll find some back hole in America. It's not even. That's not Florida. Where are you? Yeah, I'm in Wyoming.
No, he will take over the Performance Center. He will live in the Performance Center in ring number 7.
I would love to do MTV Cribs with Walter. It's my bunk bed, huh? You like? It's my lamp, huh? That's my wife over there, huh? It's our toilet, huh? And we're done. That's my room over here. Back to the ring.
So NXT does open up with Kyle O'Reilly with still using that very generic music. He's also dressed up
generic. I'm not as harsh on his music.
So the internet went wild on him wearing his denim jacket, and he responded with "Thank you, the internet, for letting me know that only one person can wear a denim jacket in wrestling." So I feel like he got him there. Fuck you, internet wrestling fans.
Yeah. It was a long post, but I feel like he did get a little touchy about it. And Manny, what was your thoughts of him cosplaying as Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy?
No, he was Mandarin Kyle O'Reilly.
You mean Tangerine Kyle O'Reilly? You know why I'm a Mandarin? Because I'm a man, damn it. I'm a man.
So he said Adam Cole is behind him, and he liked it a lot.
Like it a lot.
He said to succeed in NXT, you need to have a killer instinct, and he has found that. And he's trying to work out what he wants to do next. He says he wants Karrion Kross, but is then interrupted by Cameron Grimes.
Oh boy, your boy.
He said he made a killing on DraftKings betting on him. Cameron Grimes offers to invest in him. Grimes pitches some ideas, which he initially says yes to, but then he tells Cameron Grimes he is clear to compete, and Cameron Grimes is his opponent. We learn later on in the night Cameron Grimes was outbid for a Bulls NFT by Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, damn Ted DiBiase!
Damn you, Ted DiBiase!
They're really on top of this NFT thing. They're really going for it. Because WWE has introduced me to NFTs. Now I know what an NFT is. But I also know I will never probably buy one.
Is it going to fail like that? What was that social media video thing they used to do?
Tout.
I feel like that's going to fail just like that.
I don't know. I'm still using it. I'm still using Tout.
You're using Tout to who? Who's following you on Tout?
Tout man. I don't know. Whoever invented Tout.
Kyle O'Reilly is a true pop punk hero, David Sanchez.
Kyle O'Reilly looked like he was dressed in some 80s movie. Like, he looked like the bad kid in the 80s movie. It was like... Huh.
Yeah, the kid... what's his name? The kid from Karate Kid.
I can't remember Karate Kid.
The blonde-haired one.
Manny, I told you. I only know Ralph Macchio.
The other one.
The Japanese guy?
No.
Mr. Miyagi?
The guy who fought in the final.
I know. Sweep the leg. The kid who he fought. I know. Danny? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
I honestly don't remember everybody's name, and I don't watch the Cobra Kai series, okay?
I did watch a Cobra Kai series, but I still can't remember his name.
Well, Manny, now you have brain damage. Okay? That's what that is.
Because we said numerous times you were never going to talk about that brain damage.
You need to stop taking wind chair shots to the head, okay? Stop taking wind chair shots to the head, Manny.
No, it's from doing numerous hurricane runners off the top rope.
I thought it was going to be your coke problem you were going to bring up.
That too. So we get a video of Zoey Stark in the parking lot greeting her next loss to the Warrior of the Sun, Sarray.
By the way, most peaceful exchange in the history, even though it was confrontational. Most peaceful exchange in the history of the NXT parking lot.
Was that a husband or a dad? That was with her.
I'm gonna say translator.
He did no form of translating, that man.
Maybe bag carrier. Who knows? When you're the what is she, the son of the sun?
Warrior of the Sun.
The Warrior of the Sun. You have to have a guy with you. You gotta have a guy. That was her guy.
We get LA Knight versus Dexter Lumis. Lumis is distracted by Indy, who then causes a distraction to LA Knight, however, leading to the loss for Lumis. The match itself wasn't too bad, in my opinion.
No, it was actually solid, you know?
But I felt like the bulk of it happened in picture-in-picture.
Yeah, so they start the match, picture-in-picture happened, and then Indy and the Way and all that stuff gets involved in the second half, and then it ended. I don't remember the last time Dexter Lumis won a match, to be honest.
Yeah, neither did I. And then that's when Indy starts looking for a kiss, and then is taken away by the Way.
Yes, they had to interrupt because she's out of control. Their teenage daughter is out of control. Trying to sleep with this elder man.
Well, speaking out, I can't even talk anymore. It's cocaine.
I never accused you of cocaine. I was talking about canned Coke.
Oh, Speaking,
You're like that too.
we've spoken a lot about cocaine in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and I was talking about your coke problem because you really opened a can of coke right now when I said it.
Pepsi, son.
Damn it. No, man, you can't afford the good stuff no more. Now you're using Pepsi. Oh no. Oh no.
Speaking of someone that's out of control, Leon Ruff is unhinged and has been pushed too far. And he says the ball is in Swerve's court now.
What's that even mean? Where are we going with this?
I don't even know anymore.
This is such a low-level feud. I can't see them having a death match, Manny. Because that's where it seems like we're going to. This is a blood feud. But honestly, if two black men are fighting, Manny, there's only one way to settle this. And I know how. Nigerian drum match.
David Sanchez says Kyle dresses like someone you'd see buying hipster potato chips and a diet Dr. Pepper at a Third Eye blind show.
Jesus.
Yeah, do you know what? The only thing he was missing was like flip-flops or walking around barefoot.
Or complaining about it. Just complaining about how we should be more woke.
Yeah.
I'm black. Who we mean I ain't woke?
And then I felt like this was a pointless segment. Io Shirai talks about her NXT title run, says Raquel was her biggest challenge, but she will get her rematch, but her body needs time. She is then interrupted by Frankie Monet, who is starstruck by both Beth and Io. Frankie states Io is going to take if Io is going to take some time off, maybe she can take her place at the top of the women's division. Io screams a lot in Japanese and then leaves stating she likes cats.
Yes. So this whole segment, as useless as it was, Manny, I appreciate this segment for the dog just randomly coming in. Going, oh no. Then saying, Beth, I grew up watching you, even though I believe the age difference is probably, like 5 years? And then, just watching Io watch back her match. Ooh, Hobbs died there.
you know when you bring that up, I want to see Shotzi relive her matches and go, ooh, I nearly died from that time.
No, that was closer than the last one. Maybe I should stop doing the dive. Like, that was literally Io just going back. Damn, why are we watching this footage and me getting fucked up? Like, you never did this while I was champion. You never showed me win. You showed one moonsault. That's all you showed me. The rest of this, me getting beat up. That's terrible.
So,
F you, Beth.
I learned the reason why so many things happen in the NXT parking lot.
Oh, why?
So here's the allegedly, but it's not really an allegedly because it's all true. I worked out who the guards are in the NXT parking lot. This is why so many people get attacked.
Manny, I was gonna bring this up when we got to the segment. You and them mocking your native country. How did you feel about this?
I did not care.
Oh, they're Imperial Guards, though, Manny. Imperial Guards.
Royal Guards.
Whatever they're called. Okay, I think Imperial is Star Wars. But, the Royal Guards of these guys, are they legit badasses? Well, if I was like to go, like, I'm going to, like, throw my hands at one of them, are they going to be like, take me down?
They're there. They're not even, when they're outside, they don't even react to people. Like when they're standing at their post. So immediately, if someone was to lay hands on them, they would fuck them up.
Yeah, I want to see, like, oh, wait, let's say me, tourist Marcus. Hey, I'm a tourist. One of my all-time goals is to fight a Royal Guard. And I go in there and I'm like, right to one stomach.
Of course he's going to hit you back after you decided to attack him.
Yeah, I understand that. He's going to come at me.
And you ain't got the power. I don't think you've got the power of Anthony Ogogo, but we'll get onto that a little bit later.
No. Where he's now punching people through the. If they're gonna do this, they got. Anyway, I'll get to that later. But But I'm saying, if I were to go at a Royal Guard and I would put hands on a Royal Guard, as I do with normally when I'm on vacation touring, I'm like, "Ooh, there's a guard. Bah, let's see if I can take him in this country too." And I'll lean back with a black eye, like, "This is how I got it." But anyway,
And
so I put hands.
from the country.
But would it not be close? Would they be like, "I'm gonna break his arm, break his leg," and like they just beat the shit out of me?
I think they beat the shit out of you.
So these guys are legit badasses, though.
Yeah,
like, that's what I'm saying. Like they would give anybody a run for their money in a fight.
They're kind of basically military.
Okay, but on a military scale, like I don't know what's the equivalent to like a Marine in England. Maybe it's a Marine. But
we also have the Royal Marines.
All right, so you have Royal Marines. Like, what training do they have to go through? Like, just stillness?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry. These are the questions that popped up into my head. While in the middle of them walking back and forth doing this interest. And then I felt the feels of Davey Boy Smith. I thought he was coming out to attack. So Davey Boy Smith Jr. was going to attack them for using his father's theme song in this mockery fashion.
So, which leads to GYV coming out and taking offense, calling him typical ignorant Yanks. Which the statement was 50% correct, as Breeze is Canadian.
Breaking news to me. I think I forgot that fact.
And the Queen of England is also on the Canadians' money.
They haven't got that old bird off their money yet.
No.
Get your independence. They're part of the British.
Get their independence. As Dave Chappelle said, your money is basically baseball cards with slave owners on it.
Move on about America's problems, all right? You worry about your own, all right? You guys worry about the Super League, okay? That's your big problem right now.
It's over.
It's over?
Yeah, like it started and then it was finished. They ripped it, they pulled it off. There was so much fan backlash. They were like, the English teams pulled out completely, and then I feel like it started collapsing the moment the English team started, fuck this. We're done.
Well then, you guys have no problems to worry about.
We do.
Where's Brexit?
Brexit's clearly not working properly.
All right, back to the match.
The tag team. There was a solid tag team match, but they will lose once. But once again, GYV will lose once again to MSK when the titles are inevitably on the line.
Yeah. MSK seems to be in everybody's business, in which they're on GYV's mind, and they're also helping Kushida and getting into 6-man tags. So they're a busybody of a tag team.
I don't know where I've become the expert of Great Britain.
Clearly that fake accent, Manny. Clearly it's a fake accent. That's what we're going with now. We're investigating. I know you're not in England. We know that you're clearly in Ohio right now.
Ohio?
Yeah, Ohio, Cleveland, where nobody would go.
How does that accent work?
Cleveland? I don't know. I'm not from there. You tell me, Manny. From Ohio. I don't know. We seen that LeBron James poster you tore it down.
Okay, so the Queen's Guard, the Queen's Life Guard, the King's Guard, or the King's Life Guard are names given to contingents of the infantry and cavalry soldiers charged with guarding the official royal residences in the United Kingdom. The British Army has regiments of both horse guards and foot guards parading the English Restoration since 1660.
Fantastic.
There you go. I'm not answering any more questions.
They didn't answer any of my questions. He asked on a scale of street thugs and army fans.
How would I know? How would I know? That acts like I know what a bum level street thug is in comparison to this. I don't go attacking people.
Well, I'm gonna say this. On that scale, crackhead is number from 0 to 10. They are 11. They are invincible, and they will do whatever it takes to win, whatever it takes. And they smell like shit, so you don't want to fight them.
This show has been broken, and I blame Breezango.
Yes. This is the most controversial in the Spaceman outfit, which I won't reference to every single week.
Mackenzie Mitchell tries to get an interview with Indy before she is interrupted by the rest of the way. Bronson Reed thinks Dexter Lumis would be a great addition to the Gargano family, and he still has his eyes on that North American title. And then this is where the only way Reed is getting a title shot against Papa John, which I think was strange to me, is if Reed beats Theory. Later in the night, Candice and Indy go looking to talk to Regal to get another title shot. When Indy gets distracted by Lumis in another room and leaves Candice alone to run into Shotzi and Ember, where Candice is what's assumed is beaten up behind closed doors.
By the way, Gargano has answered the question of what is an Ohio accent sounds like, since he is from Cleveland, Ohio, and so is The Miz.
Yeah, they all sound very different though.
Nah, it's different. Nah, I don't know.
Even Ziggler's from Ohio?
I think so too.
No.
Yeah.
So we do get the match eventually. Zoey Stark versus Sarray.
Oh, you didn't talk about how the Garganos, the kids, have ran into Mr. Regal, Cuckoo Bananas Regal, in the background. Yeah, I was passing him in the restroom. Regal walked by. I was like, I want a match. And then Indy was like, yeah, you saw Regal. He's like, you saw Regal too? I can't even get this guy on the phone. Which made me laugh because like, yeah, Regal's just chilling in the back.
No, but the funny one about the interview with Mackenzie Mitchell was Bronson Reed and everyone was talking where the men were talking, and then Indy and Candice were still arguing with each other in the back, so you could still hear what they were trying to say.
Yeah.
But we do get on to Zoey Stark versus Sarray. Sarray just seemed like the first iteration of Io Shirai before she became evil.
No, I'm going to say the difference between her and original evil Io, or non-evil Io Shirai, is that Sarray really hits hard, it seems like. I think that's the only difference. She really throws those forearms.
She did.
Chest.
But
like, I thought they were really fighting at one point, going like, this is getting serious.
I really enjoyed the match, but I felt Zoey Stark outshined Sarray in this debut match for Sarray.
It's Zoey Stark now, Manny. The greatest loser in the history of NXT.
Yeah.
Like, she's slowly becoming Roderick Strong, in which you go like, wow, they're terrific, but they lose again.
And then I couldn't make out what the finish was, because it was either a Shelton Benjamin T-bone suplex or it was a Sato suplex, and I couldn't tell what it was.
According to Wade Barrett, it was a Sato suplex. And I feel like she's going to gimmick infringement if Karrion Kross is doing that as his finisher as well. Or is he changed up to full, I'm going to punch you in the back of the neck?
Probably. And then Tony Storm takes out Zoey Stark at the end of the match.
Had it coming. Didn't know who it was at first until they told me, that's Tony Storm. And I go, that is Tony Storm. Well, young lady, you're out of control.
And then we go to backstage where Raquel tells the women's locker room if they want to step up, line up, and she will take them down one by one till there's no one left standing. To which we get later in the night a Mercedes Martinez promo, which was shot incredibly. I love the way this was shot.
Yeah. She looked large, in charge, and very threatening.
Which she asked the question, is Raquel ducking her? Because Dakota responded to her, not her. And Raquel called Raquel her lapdog. She said that she's going to take out Dakota next week. There's going to be nothing to stand in the way of her in that title. I believe her. I was sold on Mercedes Martinez right there.
I'm still waiting for Dakota the third. Dakota was there, and they were doing the interview.
It's going to be such a weak turn as well. So there's no point having this turn.
It's going to happen, man. It's not going to be weak. It's going to be a moment in which Raquel celebrated, maybe after beating Mercedes Martinez. And all of a sudden, Dakota with a steel chair to the back. Or while she's flexing her back, she hit her in the back. It's like, you ain't that strong. You didn't break this chair strong.
Then we get Kushida's open challenge, which is answered by Oney Lorcan. It actually wasn't a bad match. It's just the moment I heard it was Oney Lorcan, I said to myself, oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! But Oney Lorcan has no reason to be in wrestling other than to be the guy that loses to everybody. He is the Zoey Stark of wrestling. Except for Zoey Stark has a look of somebody that's gonna be it. Oney Lorcan has no chance of
Oney Lorcan
ever
looks like
being
he's past
the
it.
man. Yeah.
So what did you make of? So last week we saw Kushida change up his look. So he's wearing those orange tights, but now he's not even wearing boots. He's gone full MMA. He's gone full Rusev, as they like to say in the streets.
Yeah, I like the explanation that he's going to his 8-0 MMA background in Japan. Yeah, like I said, I'm more of a shoe guy. I feel like the no shoes is only working for Riddle, and I'm okay with him not having shoes at this point. Everybody else, even when they have Samoa Savages or Bulgarian Brutes, put your shoes on. Get your boots on. It gives you an advantage, damn it.
And then, so Kushida is attacked by the Legado del Fantasma at the end of the match, with MSK making the save, and then we learn that next week we're getting a 6-man tag with this, and I'm not going to enjoy this. I know for a fact I'm not.
I'm going to enjoy it, Manny. Just enjoy that you hate it so much.
Do you know why I'm going to hate it so much? Because I'm going to get that damn flip, and I hate it. The flip push, and I hate it so much.
But I think that's gonna be a solid match. It was a nice setup to it. You know, I know you're gonna hate it. We haven't had, Manny, if you think about it, we haven't had a 6-man tag in like 2 weeks on any show, NXT or AEW.
That is true. Oh shit! That means AEW is going to do AEW's got a massive one coming up anyway. It's Blood and Guts.
Yeah, but it's still not a traditional. We're going to throw a 6-man tag out there. I feel like both companies.
That's a 10-man tag.
Yeah, but it's not a normal. It's a War Games type of deal. It's a War Games type of deal. It's not a normal tag match. But I'm saying we haven't had a normal 6-man or 8-man or 50-man tag match in a while in either company. And I feel like Triple H called Tony Khan, or Tony Khan called Triple H. It's like, we got to stop. All right? I know we're not at war anymore. We can't have this many tag matches every single week of 6-man, 8-man. Oh, no. NXT did an 8-man last week. 8-man intergender.
That doesn't count, though. That doesn't count. It's 2 men. It's 4 men, which is a regular tag match. And then 4 women, regular tag match. It doesn't count. So we move on to the penultimate match. Everise versus Imperium. Where
Everrise rules.
More like Everise dead.
Or never rise. Jesus.
It was a squash, but it was interesting. Killian Dane coming out, and then Drake Maverick socking Wolf in the face.
Yeah,
which he clearly fell. Which he clearly fell, because if you saw at the end when they did the pose, it was like,
yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck? That little son of a bitch could beat up a royal guard. So he goes to the back. Did you get the sense that Killian Dane was joining Imperium because he was just seemed like he was talking to Wolf, and then
it seemed like that.
Yeah.
It seemed like that, but it made sense he would want to confront them anyway because they stomped the shit out of him last week.
Yeah, like, hey man, what the fuck? Hey, it was business. It was business. We had orders from Walter. I don't know why I gave him a Russian accent, even though he's.
You didn't even give him a Russian accent. That sounded completely like.
Oh, it's non-existent. Damn. Well, we had orders from Walter.
Well, he's German, so I don't think he sounds like that.
Whenever I do my German accent, it just goes into Nazi.
So we get Kyle O'Reilly versus Cameron Grimes. Kyle is met by Karrion Kross and Scarlett as he makes his way to the ring. Where
I laughed.
I did.
I laughed and I was like, that was him clutching and hugging that title. He was like, please don't take it, Kyle. Please don't take it from me. Don't take it. I understand. Please don't take it.
No, do you know what that looked like, Marcus? I don't have the image for it. It looked like Scarlett went, I want him in the bedroom with us.
Am I not enough for you? You never have been.
If you rewatch that and then tell me I'm wrong, because I'm not. So, Cool Kyle versus main event Grimes in an enjoyable match to close out NXT. I really enjoyed it.
I did. It was fun. It was nice. Established Kyle as a main event, and this is the one thing I like about. And I'm gonna put WWE in this box in the category. They have. It seems like one person writes the show, and I know it's Raw, maybe whatever it is, it clusterfuck or whatever the case it may be. But it does have. It seems like there's an artistic theme, and everything feels like together, and everybody knows what the other person's doing. And I'm not getting like the same shit that I get the same segment over and over.
Yeah, it's that also, and I feel like when it all filters up to Triple H, and then he obviously has the final say to see how it fits with everything. Because like NXT storylines, some of them are silly, but you know they're silly, and that's where they're meant to be. Like they're the bottom of the card, supposed to be silly, and then you get all seriousness going up.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't
Cameron Grimes in the main event he's not serious, but you take him serious as a wrestler.
But the only thing I don't get why the real onus behind the feud is Leon Ruff and Swerve. I don't understand the basis of why they were feuding. other than Swerve. Other than Swerve just kicking the shit out of Leon Ruff when he did that entrance.
I think I'd be upset about it. Well, it started before that. It started before that when Leon, I think, got a pin over Swerve, right? Which led to Leon get a title shot or something like that. And that's what made him frustrated to kick him like that. But it seems all Swerve dominant. And when she threw him out in the gauntlet match, it was like, this is a blood feud now, guys. I think we're going too far. And it has to only end in a Nigerian drum match.
I don't think either are Nigerian, though, are they?
No. Nope. Neither is Apollo and Biggie.
So I like to say a Baltimore street fight.
Good old fashioned Baltimore drug addict street fight.
So we move over to AEW, which happened last night, which kicks off with Ricky Starks versus Hangman Page, which was a nice, solid opening match between these two. And I just think back, Marcus, I think Ricky Starks was one of the first few that AEW signed right off the bat from that Cody TNT title challenge every week.
Yep.
And it's interesting to see how both Adam Page and him are kind of just like side characters almost.
Yeah. Well, Adam Page is the number one contender for the title, but we know how far that gets you in title contention because all you have to do is feud with Omega, and I guess I don't honestly know how the heavyweight title works right now.
Well, Marcus, I learned that before his loss later in the night, Billy Gunn was 9-0 in 2021.
That's right.
He should be getting a title match against Kenny Omega at that point.
Also, Manny, no. Here's another thing. I also learned that Jungle Boy has the third most victories in the history of AEW. He should be in line for a title shot. I don't understand how you have 2 less victories than the heavyweight champion.
This is why
you have not gotten the title shot. This is why you don't have rankings to talk about records.
This is why Britt Baker may be my favorite wrestler in AEW for pointing out the hypocrisy of this ranking system.
Yeah. Well, she later in the night just threw herself in the number 1 spot, even though I don't think she could jump up there. I don't even know how she ranks number 1 when Thunder Rosa beat her.
Doesn't matter, Marcus. She had the presentation. Thunder Rosa wasn't there to stop it.
Yep. Anyway, back to this match. I thought it was a really good match. I don't know if Starks is really injured or not with that ankle, because it seemed like that really was out of nowhere. And
I don't think he is, because when he came out he was hobbling, but I think it was just selling. I think Ricky Starks is just that good at wrestling.
But when did he tear his Achilles? That's what he was selling. I don't even know in that match where he could have hurt his ankle. I don't know. And then when they did the finisher, he did the ankle, and I was like, oh. But then they did other moves, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
This is either he's brilliant at selling, or he was legit hurt. But either way, I enjoyed the match. My favorite moment was, I think, Hangman Page throwing himself into the turnbuckle and just falling. I was like, Jesus. What the hell was that?
And then we move on to Penta versus Trent. I was trying to say it like with the question mark.
Fuck that. Trent. Your mama named Trent. I'm not gonna put the question mark at the end of it because I think that's stupid.
I liked this match until the end. I know these two can do better, which is the problem.
You sound like a teacher.
No, but
I like that you did the work, but I know you can do better.
Like we've seen what Trent can do, and we know what Penta can do. I was expecting more, but then the funniest thing about this was Alex telling Trent that everyone in his life sucks, even his mum, leading to the end of the match, which I felt like, which the distraction I felt like ruined what happened going into the match.
Yeah, I thought this was one of those outside interferences that was unnecessary, and then I think it ended with him hitting Trent with the microphone, right?
Yeah, and then the power driver.
Yeah. One, there was too many power drivers on this show. I feel like every match had a power driver of some kind.
Yeah.
Or a destroyer. And then two, when the microphone is the most deadly weapon in the company, like the microphone is what ended Jon Moxley. The microphone is what took out Trent. Like, I'm like, people are going through arcade machines and taking barbed wire bats to the head, and Darby Allin dies at least 7 times in his matches. And he kicks out. But when a microphone hits, that mic drops and so does the opponent.
Well, the only person to have ever hit the microphone in AEW that didn't work was Miedo.
Yes!
With the weakest microphone hits ever.
Yes. The hell was that?
What was that, pillow?
Yeah, my question is, of all the Japanese wrestlers they have that they bring over, is Maki Ito coming back? Because she hasn't been back since she sung on stage or hit somebody with a microphone.
Well, the other one isn't back.
But on Dark, I see she's fighting on Dark at least. She's fighting on Dark, yeah. She's on Dark, doing her thing, I'm assuming. They kept her.
So, there's 2 segments I've bunched together because I hated them both.
Oh.
JR and the Pinnacle. And then Tony Schiavone and the Inner Circle.
Wait a minute. The Pinnacle segment was okay under the fact that I saw 3 people that really don't have a job anywhere anymore. That's the F Revival, and now I have a black mohawk, Sean Spears.
Yeah. Well, so I kind of thought the Wardlow part was alright.
I thought he was alright.
But he never talks. He never talks anyway, so I wasn't expecting much from him. Yeah.
I got like expectations. Met expectations. Or maybe exceeded because I didn't know what to expect.
And then I felt like Jericho's trying too hard to be funny now.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
But before we go into what Jericho's old, fat, tired jokes were saying, and his feud with this. He's clearly losing his feud, by the way. I thought MJF really delivered in his promo. It brought way too much energy to it. Brought hate to it. And I was like, there we go. That was a good promo. And I was like, that was a really good promo on his behalf. Him and Wardlow delivered. And the rest of those guys look useless. Just useless to me. What you call them? Those bad angles of FTR. They just look like 2 fat guys in chairs who work for the mob.
By the way, I also agree.
Who are these guys?
David.
They get shot.
Legit didn't even realize Spears was there.
He was far in the background. You would just go like, "That's Sean Spears." Only reason I noticed is because I was like, "Oh, his blonde mohawk is gone." Useless. And now onto the Jericho and Inner Circle one. I see fatigue of the crowd singing his theme song. Didn't seem like people were amped up for it. He had a bunch of jokes that just landed flat with me. Only thing that worked for me in that segment was when he asked Sammy Guevara, what did he have to say in Spanish?
Loser or something like that.
Yeah, and he didn't say, and he said it, and it's clearly he don't speak Spanish. And it's like nailed it. That made me laugh. Everything else, I was like, what are we doing? What are we talking about? You getting whooped.
Yeah, I'm just tired of it. And I hate anyone that sings along with Judas now.
It's just like, no, I can't do it. It's just been too many weeks. I liked when it was first organic. When it was organic on the boat, it was amazing. And sometimes in the arena, it was nice. But now it just seems like people were just doing it
the only reason it worked on the boat was because it was also windy, and when he walked out, the wind was blowing through his hair.
It was
And it looked
amazing.
ridiculous.
It was his cruise. It was his boat. It was his match. He was the champion. The wind was blowing in his hair. There was no better point. Like, when I die, I would love, or not when I die, when he dies, I want that to be the last image people see of me. That'll be it. As champion on a boat with people singing my song that I wrote.
So, Shida versus Conti. Great match.
Great match.
Great match. I feel Conti did really well in this match, holding her own. Because,
Yep.
like, obviously, Shida is the more experienced wrestler in this at this part.
But I don't think Shida's that good. I don't think Shida's that good.
I felt like this was a star-making performance for her. Bailey, in tweets, reckoned it was a star-making performance. She congratulated her, saying that she was her tryout match for NXT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
so yeah, Conti's come very far from what she was.
Well, honestly, I have the memory of her in NXT is literally her coming out in a gi, doing a little dance, and being out the ring in 2 minutes after being squashed. Yeah. So I have no idea what her abilities were before this, but I remember it was just like, what? She was frustrated for not being on TV, and with this performance, she has proof. They were like, fuck you, Triple H. Fuck you.
Yeah, but I felt like it was a star-making performance. I think now, because there's more other women in it, like, you add Conti to the existing women that are known, is kind of established in that division. I think you can say AEW have a decent women's division now.
I'm gonna tell you this, Manny. Their women's division, to me, right now, as it stands, the AEW women's division beat SmackDown and Raw's women's division. Right
That's not even difficult to do.
True. Yeah, they have beaten them. And the only complaint I have with this match is one. When they came out, they had the Dark Order walk out with Conti. I do not associate them with her at all.
Well, she's not even with them. They just because she's Anna Jay's friend.
Yeah, and I don't understand why they're involved in this. Like, when they walked out, and I was like, Dark Order.
To be fair, I don't really mind it. I don't really mind it. It'd annoy me more if they got involved in this match. Or something.
Well, they came out with Hangman Page earlier, and I was like, all right, this one, I'm connected with this one at least. I understand. But the one when they walked out with Conti, I was like, I don't really need them here. Get these guys out of here.
And then obviously Britt came out at the end with a PowerPoint presentation, which was pointing out that she's the #1 ranked now.
It was epic and flawed at the same time, and I hope that's what they announced. That she is not.
Well, I hope she takes the title from Shida, because it's nearly a year now since Shida's been champion, because she won it at Double or Nothing against Nyla Rose.
Yeah, I hope they do something. Shida is not a good champion.
I feel like she's been a decent one, but then when they showed her singles record for 2021, it's April and she's only had 2 wins. She's got 2 wins. She's 2-0. Well, she's 3-0 now. But like, it's April. How have you only had 3 singles matches?
Yeah, she's as they brought up, she's a pandemic champion who wants to see the crowd, but I believe she is a pandemic champion who should never see the crowd.
And then obviously Billy Gunn versus QT Marshall. The less said about this, the better.
No, the more said about this, the better.
Oh, so you want to talk about this?
I want to talk all about this, Manny.
Okay. You take the reins for this part.
Okay. The year is 2021. The date, April 21st, 2021. And I said that twice. Billy Gunn is wrestling a match.
If you would like to get yourself some Sharpshooters merch, check out www.storefrontier.com/DSPN. And obviously, if you like the video, hit that like button, super kick that like button, because we're talking about AEW. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the video.
And then he hits it with a head with a chair, Manny, and he doesn't sell it. And he doesn't sell a thing. It didn't make sense to me. I don't understand. You get punched a million times outside in your Klansman jacket, and then you get hit with a chair, and you don't sell it. Fuck all that. And then the referees are able to break him up. He should be invincible at this time. I should be afraid of Mr. Kabobo. I think that's his name. And then you had Anthony and Go-Go. I told you I could have talked to hours about this. One punch! But he comes out there with that one body punch. And then at this point, I want to hear thunder and lightning when he punches. Because
just like when you hit a finisher on the old WWE SmackDown vs. Raw series. Like when the Great Khali chop and it's like a gunshot.
But as Kofi said, that chop was a shoot. That shit really hurt. Oh. To go back to that whole punch, Billy Gunn was holding his stomach, and in agonizing pain. The referee should have stopped the match. He should have stopped it. He didn't see what happened, but clearly he knows that something bad has happened to Billy Gunn's stomach, and I should stop the match because that's what they said President last week when Anthony and Go-Go fought whoever that was.
So I agree with a luchador here. AEW has so much talent. They got me watching a job of wrestling a 50-year-old man, which is true. 100% true. But that means you need to wipe out Sting as well. You need to wipe out who else is 50 years old? Christopher Daniels,
Matt Hardy,
Chris Jericho,
Christian. I know he's not. I know some of these guys aren't 50, but they're pushing. They're going.
Yeah, I feel like I don't put Christian in that boat category though, because I feel like Christian can actually get people over.
Goldust is out there.
Yeah, he even came out of there. I was just like, Jesus. But
I just want to say that, like, I can't take this storyline. Stang! I'm sorry. It's just the greatest thing. It's Stanger! The Stanger!
Oh my God, it's Stang!
It's Stang. If you ever want to bring anything in my life off the rails, just say it's Stang. And I just died laughing. But the one thing I can't take serious about this storyline is that, and my number one problem with the whole AEW, zeitgeist, is that too many factions, too much going on, and this story with the Nightmare Family and the Factory, it's the exact same story. It's the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle. It's just lower name stars. It's just two factions colliding and they're doing the exact same shit.
Honestly, who decided this was a good idea? Because if it was Cody, I no longer credit him as a decent wrestler anymore. Well, he's no longer 3-star Cody. I'm calling him 2-star Cody.
He's lost a star.
He lost a star for story. He lost a star for story.
Well, atmosphere, because he quit QT Marshall and been some main focus.
It's a 1-star Cody.
Yeah.
And he's only getting that because of name.
But this is clearly a Cody production because it only involves the Nightmare Family and people who are part of his Nightmare Family camp or formerly of his Nightmare Family camp. So this is all Cody. And since he can't be on TV, I guess as an EVP, this is his contribution to the team, as the other EVPs have decided to bunk themselves up in a bus.
Yeah. Which I didn't cover because I didn't actually know what was going on in that. So would you like to take the reins? Once again, I'm not going to picture-in-picture. But okay. I didn't even capture what the Young Bucks and Kenny were doing in the bus.
All right, so here we go. Nick Jackson was dressed like Disco Inferno, or maybe even Austin Starr, or even Jesse the Body Man Soro. Like, I don't know where he decided I'm going with this look, but between him and Kyle O'Reilly changing their looks, I feel like I fell into a time machine of 1980s pro wrestling. Well Kyle wasn't wrestling. Kyle was a normal hipster.
Matt Jackson actually looked like a mum from the 80s this time. He was even wearing the shoes. He
had a tray of cookies. He had a pie he was going to put in the window for cooling. He was really... Yeah.
Do you know what? I honestly believe John Morrison and Matt Jackson are becoming the same person.
Slowly happening. And now we are one. So they get on their bus and they're talking nonsense about how they are elite and they created this whole thing and they started this gangster shit. This is the motherfucking thanks they get. That sort of route. And then Kenny says, "Guys, I'm gonna get serious for a moment." And then there's this honking going on. And then here's the part that really doesn't make any sense. They're clearly on, I believe, Kenny's bus from Impact. And then they have that trailer there. But that trailer has no windows. So when Kenny goes and look out the window to see Mox and he gets it, there is no window on that side. It's just a wall, right? I'm not crazy. Like, there's nothing there. There's no way they were in the same area. So
Marcus, the one thing about this that they hit the truck. They hit the truck. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that small ass truck that hit them can do that much damage that these guys have fallen over and died inside. That they can't get out and beat all of the two men that came to hit that thing.
No, Manny. See, this is how I know you didn't pay attention to this segment. So they charge and attack the van and whatnot, and then they go in and they go, "They're not here. They're not here. What is this? They're not here." And what do you mean? And they're like, Kingston and Moxley to me were hilarious because they were just going on. What do you mean they're not here? And then like, I think Moxley threw a pipe and Kingston's like, "What the hell are you doing? Wait till I leave. Wait till I leave the area before you start throwing pipes at it." He got hurt. He was like, "How did they get away? I don't know." So they're saying the Bucks and what I'm interpreting, which is hard to try to do this. They're saying either the Elite all scurried out of there just in the nick of time and cleared the vicinity completely before that truck hit. Or they're saying the Bucks and them are smart enough and that they never were there. I have no idea what was going on in that segment, but it was extremely half-assed. The one credit I'm going to give them is that they limit themselves to only 1 or 2 camera angles instead of the 80 WWE was used for this. But at least WWE would have had at least some, transparency of like, maybe there's a window here. Because there wasn't.
So, Lucha said the segment felt unfinished, like they forgot to record the second half of it. Yeah. But, I need to explain how I watched AEW this week. It got to 5 o'clock again. It didn't even get to 5 o'clock today, Marcus. It got to 5:45. And normally the link goes to Marcus to get to this bit around quarter to 7.
Yep.
I may have watched this in about 45 minutes.
It's like
a lot of the matches were watched at times 4. Not even times 2, so you can digest a lot of it. Times 4.
So, Manny, let's say we're talking about Conti and Shida, and you go, "Yeah, I thought it was a really good match," and I go, "Manny, that match was so trash." And then you go back and watch it in slow motion. Oh my god!
Not even slow motion, just regular speed.
Yeah, I mean regular speed. And you're like, this is in slow motion.
Well, you agreed. I could tell it was a good match, even at that speed.
Yeah.
The only thing that really sped up when I was watching it was the commentary, where it became a blur. But like everything, the actual picture was still relatively decent.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you. But this segment was trash. I don't. One Eric birthday boy Brandon Cutler was involved too, and none of this made sense. None of it. So, I don't even know why they set up the trailer just to destroy it in the same night. They did that. I'm like, at least
they think they're DX.
For a week.
They think this is the DX bus.
The DX Express at least had 1 week to live, right? I think it lasted a week.
I think it lasted longer than we think it did.
Yeah, the DX bus actually had some time. We introduced this to start the show, and then halfway in the middle of the show, this thing is destroyed. And it still doesn't make any sense. How did the Elite get out of this? Or did they outsmart Moxley? And how did they know they were going to do that? And what horrors did they hear? And Don Callis was suspended last week. What was he doing here? And I'm so confused.
Well, the other thing I don't understand is why is Michael Nakazawa always there? Why? But we move on to Will Hobbs versus Christian Cage. And I didn't make notes on it. I just wrote, Will Hobbs does come off weaker to losing to Cage, but I think he got his shit in during this match. And it just come off that he got caught off guard in the loss. So it's not so doom and gloom as so many people are making it out that Hobbs lost to an old man. Whereas, like, losing Christian Cage isn't that bad.
Yeah, so I'm going to take it as this. And maybe this is hyping Christian up too much. But to me, it was like watching Old Man Logan. And and I know Christian was never Wolverine and a kick-ass kind of dude or nothing. But what I'm saying is, this looked like he went through hell and he won because he's still Christian, I guess.
The thing is, he didn't survive. He didn't win convincingly. He looked like he just barely won.
Yeah, he survived.
Yeah. So, like,
more survived.
So it's not like, oh, Hobbs is buried because he lost to Christian. It's like, Hobbs, you barely won. No, barely lost. Because realistically, he had the majority of the offense in that, where he took out. He basically took out Christian. Christian just managed to eke out a win because he's a veteran.
Yeah, he got him with a veteran move. And at the end of this, I believe FTW tried to get their heat back as they did earlier with Ricky Starks, but Starks was a little hobbled as he skipped out to the side of Hobbs as JR goes, that's a real teammate right there.
Where
was this about? Yeah, what is this story?
Where was everyone? Hook was definitely there that night. I don't know where
Hook already took out somebody's legs.
I don't know where Cage was. Who better?
Well, according to Taz, they were barred from ringside during the match, but they could have came out later and got the heat back. But so they would get the heat back for Ricky Starks, but not for what you call him? But who better?
Who better? Brian Cage. No, you can't have two cages out at the same time.
Oh yeah, that would have broke it. Brother, I see it. You survived. You're not even Canadian, man. But yeah, Will Hobbs to me looks like, they were saying he was looking at Hacksaw Reed. I was like, you some modern black wrestlers or something. Don't break up somebody from the 1960s.
Wow,
with Gerald Ramsey.
He said Hobbs looks like a wrestler from the early 90s. Do you know who he looks like? Ahmed Johnson with hair.
So you mean Bobby Lashley?
No, because Bobby Lashley is fucking jacked. Will Hobbs gone too far. And Ahmed Johnson was like that build.
Well played. So now we're comparing black people. Well, I'm gonna one up you. That's what I say.
You go what? Junkyard Dog.
He's a fatter Ezekiel Jackson, who was also built like that, but Ezekiel didn't have the gut that Hobbs have.
Yeah. I think that's correct.
Although what he does look like is he looks like Chadwick Boseman, but just really overweight.
He's getting decent money. He's got no excuse for those fucked up teeth either.
Yeah, it goes to the look. I like the fucked up teeth in my fighters. Has a Mike Tyson feel to it. Certainly.
So we get the main event. Darby Allin, Jungle Boy for the TNT title. Fun match. Really enjoyed it. The only thing I disliked about it was Sting and Luchasaurus' involvement in this.
So I thought this match, and if it, Ty Conti and I'm gonna give Shida the match of the night. Or maybe Ricky Starks. They have some good matches on.
I think if you took out the shittier segments of this night plus matches and got half a show, if you took an hour of the show, if you just included the opening match, Shida, Ty Conti, and then this match, maybe sprinkle in the promo you liked of Pinnacle, you would have a fire hour.
The fire hour, not just Dynamite. Then the fire went too far and we got Dynamite and shit exploded. No. I think the segments failed the show.
Someone threw water over the fire after, then it was just...
When you wanted somebody, hey, put that gasoline on that fire. All right, that was the water, you fool. This barbecue is over. It's over. Get out. But no. So this main event was really good. It was just the nonsense. I feel like all the AEW angles are trash. That's what the problem is with the show. The matches were really good this week, but the angles were all trash. Whether it was the bus in the trailer segment, whether it was the endings, middle, and beginning of this match with Jungle Boy, they were having a good match and just straight up wrestling match, even though the officiating is trash. When he walked out to the ring, it was like, I need you guys to get back into the ring. And then he's like counting for 10 later. Whatever. And then that starts the kerfuffle of Luchasaurus helping but not helping Jungle Boy.
He didn't really even help him get in the ring. He didn't.
And then old man Sting was like, hey man, hey buddy, don't touch me. And then Luchasaurus like, I understand, Sting. Don't fucking touch me, you dinosaur. And then they fight to the back. And I thought I would never see Sting fight a dinosaur or have me involved in anything more ridiculous than RoboCop. But then he fights a dinosaur to the back.
Not just any type of dinosaur. A Luchasaurus.
Yeah, a dinosaur that can do hurricanranas off the top rope. That's what we were dealing with. You should have took that drink, Manny.
I was expecting you to say that.
Oh, but other than that little part of it, it was really good. The ending made no sense to me at all. And it was just like, we want to end the show with random people attacking people.
Look, Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page making it down from their hate station to take out Allin and Jungle Boy before Sting and the Murder Hawk come to make the save.
Why is the Murder Hawk involved? Didn't he have beef with Darby and Sting? Wasn't he turning back heel?
No, I feel like he had beef with Sting. But then Sting basically told him to show him why he should be the main event or something dumb like that.
I don't know. It was stupid when the Murder Hawk came out there. I went, okay, why? Where's this going? Is he going after Darby? Cool. Nope. He's saving. And then Sting makes the ultimate save. Which is the last person I think who should have made the ultimate save in this segment.
I told you, Marcus, Hot Pursuit Sting was came out.
I just feel like we have had very little whatever with Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. It would have been nice if they would have ended the show.
I'm probably guessing. I'm probably guessing they've probably been on Dark or Elevation, and we just have no idea about it.
Well, you can't put it on. You can't do that. You can't get credit. Like that would be like me going to school and saying, "Yeah, I studied for the test, or I took the test, but in the other class, and I'm here." All right, you can't just show up somewhere else and be like, "This is what I'm doing. I'm important to this one. I get an A in the other class." No, but this is Dynamite class. Okay, you have not been here. You have not showed up to what.
Don't call him William Gunn. Don't you dare call him William Gunn.
I agree that they should be on TV more than QT Marshall, but I don't think they should be in these random segments. There should be places for these guys. For Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. Instead of having QT versus Gunn, we could have had Ethan Page versus somebody. Or Scorpio Sky versus somebody. And Scorpio Sky can't claim to be the face of the revolution when we also have, I forgot there was somebody else that said they were also the face of the revolution. They need to synchronize their shit.
Yeah, for me, half the AEW show was a good show. The rest was a shit show.
Yeah. And that half is storylines. Like, whether it's the Penta match with the outside interference that probably wasn't necessary in the mic thing. This one, every wrestler trying to get their heat back. Whatever brawl that happened. Every angle sucks on this show. And it failed their wrestlers. This is kind of what I saw with it. Like, if you compare it to NXT this week, NXT kind of stayed at a level playing field, like, in terms of, like, hype wise and how much I was entertained. It stayed at a gradual field, whereas AEW was like all over the place in type of in terms of graph. Like some of it was great, the rest was shit. It was like a roller coaster kind of emotion. It was like it was in the same segment too. Like wow, this is a great match with Darby Allin and Jungle Boy.
What?
Then Sting and Luchasaurus start fighting.
Sting made the save by walking gingerly to the room. He did. He really did. But yeah, so I
Did
like
Luchasaurus come back out?
No.
Sting put the work in. He put the work in.
I feel like AEW this week was a bit like an episode of Monday Night Raw.
Ooh. Yeah, but you know, Raw's 3 hours and has
No,
Dana Brooke and Nia Jax.
Raw, you get more moments where you hate. That's the thing.
No, I'm gonna say this. I don't think I get more moments I hate. I just think I vehemently hate the segments more on Raw. I do on Dynamite. Because Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose and Nia Jax and Shayna, that whole storyline, which is going to live in infamy for the end of time, I think, and continue on. It's painful. It's just painful to watch. And then, you know, you get random shit with Elias and stuff, but, oh. Jesus. Keep them in the back. Just take your photos, all right? Just take your photos and leave.
I don't want to see photos of Dana Brooke. Look at that compared to Mandy.
Hi, I'm Bizarro. Standing next to Superman is always a bad idea. Although, they need to put Bizarro in the movie. But that's the end of the show.
That is the end of the show. Luchador Weird. We do not want a Sting. Darby Allin is his son storyline. We do not need that.
No, and the Murder Hawk is his uncle. And Jake the Snake Roberts can always peek on the outside and say, I'm really that boy's father. Child support didn't let me say it, though.
No, because I liken it back to Sting's going to be Darby Allin's uncle. And his daddy.
Dun, dun, dun.
So once again, guys, I'm going to leave you with this image as we go off air tonight. If you haven't already, like the video and subscribe. We out. Peace.
There it is. There he is. That dog has so much charisma. He just takes it from Triple H. Although Steph is like, Hunter hasn't returned my calls in weeks, and I think he's moved to a different town. Starting a new life.
I didn't think Frankie Monet was as big as she is.
No, she's huge. Huge. Or she was standing next to EO and standing over them. She was
But yeah.
Is EO taking a vacation? That's what I got with that. Is EO taking time off or are they going to have a match? I don't know what I got.
It seems like she's going to have a match against Frankie Monet and lose, and then probably move over to SmackDown.
Yeah, that'll work for EO. Work for everybody. And this new guy that has his new side chick and the dog that he's paying more than he paid for his 2 daughters or 3 daughters. I don't know how many he got now, but 3 daughters. He's paid more for that dog. And Mrs. Man, that son of a bitch. I can't believe he did that to you, Steph. Daddy, leave me alone. She's like in tears. That son of a bitch. I knew I couldn't trust him. But he could book a hell of a wrestling show.
No, he doesn't. No, Vin, you really think Vince thinks like that?
No. But he would call him up for WrestleMania anytime. I need a match. Someone didn't show up to work. I need you to fill in. And Triple H would be like, I'll be there. You need me to wrestle with Alexa Bliss this week? I'll be there.
Hey, Hunter, I got an idea for you. Your number 1 contender and your champion versus the tag team champions.
You remember that power trip angle you did with Steve Austin? Yeah, we're doing that again. But this time, your partner is Matt Riddle.
I'm telling you, it's 2021. Ruthless aggression
with attitude.
And then Xavier Woods comes out playing a guitar.
Oh God, that happened this week.
It wasn't even a guitar, it was a bass. Maybe more sick. Maybe sick Xavier Woods.
Yeah.